Oh, there we go.
This is so weird. I don't like this.
I know. But this is cool, this whole Instagram live rooms situation is kind of
I know, that's great. It's
like Zooms but live. Now everyone can just be a part of all of our conversations.
I like how we both have a water memo today. Like, are you not drinking tea either?
Oh, that's really funny. I
Strictly water.
Even think about tea. Well, it's spilling the water today, guys. Thank you for joining our very fun girlfriend spilling the tea episode. We are going to start with the lovely Natalie Sharp, who I met on Miracle Season. Gosh, I think it was like 5 years ago now. You guys may know her as Rhea from Hit the Road, which was so incredible, and she got to sing and show all of her many talents. Her new music video, The Wait Is Over, is out. You can see her on Flash. She's got a bunch of secret projects that I'm not allowed to say in the works right now, but you guys will be able to see her lots of places coming up soon, and we will add Natalie in.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm not good at technology.
Wait, I'm doing it.
Oh, did I not pause there for a second?
Oh, I don't know. You might have. I wasn't paying attention because I'm trying to add Natalie in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, guys, bear with us. We're new to the Instagram live rooms. So bear with us while we figure this out. Sorry, I paused. She was texting me.
Is it working? By the end, we're going to be like,
oh, hey,
so good at this.
Me too. This is, you know, by the time we had 4 people in. Wait, she requested. There we go. I think this will work. I requested you like 6 times before work.
She just, for some reason, I can't.
Oh, hey. What's up?
Hello.
Hi. I'm so sorry. I had my phone on airplane mode, but I think that cut off my Wi-Fi too. And so
that's what happened to me.
Yeah. So then, hilarious. But we're here.
How are you?
You guys look beautiful this morning.
So do you.
Thanks. I just kind of rolled out of bed.
It's a beautiful day, though. It's always so uplifting.
Yeah.
It's true.
When the sun's out.
I know. It's stunning outside. I'm like, I want to get to the beach today and just pretend that it's summer all day.
Pretend that it's warm.
I can't wait till it's actually warm, and it's not just sunny, but it's sunny and warm, and you can just like walk out in a t-shirt. It's the best.
We went to Wreck Beach the other day, and it was so freezing cold, but we were just like pretending like it was okay.
It was so
windy.
windy.
We were bundled up, and I was miserable, and it was just like nothing about this is fun.
Well, thank you for coming on and being one of the final members of our Spilling the Tea Women's History Month. We thought that we should definitely wrap it up with the girls who inspire us the most. We have asked at the end of all of our interviews, we've asked the same 3 questions. And when we finish this, we're going to kind of compile all of the answers and kind of like make a spreadsheet for people to go to. And so we thought we would ask you 4 girls the same 3 questions. And so the first one is, what women in your life have inspired you?
I mean, obviously, like, there's so many. I was trying to think of all the women that inspire me, and there's so many, including you girls. Like, I love you guys. But I think the woman that I keep going back to is my grandma on my mom's side, because she grew up in Poland and she went through the war, and she eventually moved here to like have a better life, and she had to sacrifice so many different things for us and had to relearn English or learn English and just go through so much hardship. And when I look at her, I'm like, wow, you are a woman. Like, you've been through so much and you're so resilient. So definitely my grandma. Yeah.
Oh,
That's so inspiring.
Oh,
my
thanks.
grandma has always been like a huge influence in my life as well. Like
Mhm.
I am more like her than I am anybody in my family. And so she's always been somebody that I've always looked up to as well.
It's just to look at, women in our bloodline that are like, that did life before us,
Mhm.
and we're part of a different time of the world, and like,
Have
and then,
adapted so much.
yeah,
It's
in technology, what is that? I
Yeah.
mean, like, the world has changed and shifted so much since, when they were our age, and
mhm.
I constantly wonder what it was like to be her,
No, I always, and I never got the chance to, unfortunately, my grandma passed away, and Tiera, it's funny because you mentioned that you wanted to do this with your grandma, but I had thought about this too. Like, I wanted to sit down and kind of like have a conversation with my grandma where I kind of almost like interviewed her and collected all of these things, like, okay, what was it like back then when da 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 da, and just kind of like all of her, like, try to retain just an ounce of her knowledge that she has
Mhm.
from, living through all of these different times of no technology to technology to the like it's so fascinating to me, and I really wish I was able to kind of put that together, but it's
I know
it's
Tash and I were talking about doing because we're furthering spilling the tea, and we were talking about doing a recorded episode with my grandma where we
Oh,
sit
wow.
down and talk to her and then upload it later.
yeah,
Oh,
I think it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Another question that we like to ask is, what does self-care mean to you?
I love this question. Just because I feel like we've all kind of had to figure out what that is this entire year, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think self-care for me, I mean, obviously the big thing with self-care is like to be in touch with who you are, and listen, like truly listen to what you need,
Mm-hmm.
if it's a nap, or if it's a walk outside, or it's kind of like putting yourself first with your needs and everything.
Yeah.
But like, to get more specific, what I found very useful in self-care is like limiting my phone time. Because I think getting in touch with who you are is the biggest form of self-care, and really getting to know who this human is, and being able to like stand up for what you think, and really be in your thoughts, because there's just like so much noise with social media, and I feel like it's really hard to like return to yourself and what you actually think, and your opinions and your judgments, and just, so that's been super helpful to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Social media can be like so great for things like this, and opportunities to learn and connect, but it also can be such a dark spiral if you're just going down the rabbit hole and you can't stop. So it's definitely something that like I'm trying to be better at. Like for me, I reach for my phone first thing in the morning, check emails, check Instagram. I'm trying to like, I have a gratitude journal, so I'm trying to pick that up even for 5 minutes first,
Yeah.
and then go on to whatever it is, emails and whatnot. But just like that one, like giving yourself that like break in the morning where it's just you and you can be quiet with your thoughts, I think is so important.
Well,
That's I think
because like, sorry, Tash, what were you saying?
No, go for it.
Okay, I was just gonna say it's wild, because like the amount of times where I've just been in bed, kind of lounging, whatever, on social media, just scrolling, through the Instagram, and then I realized how much time I've spent on it, and I'm like, wow, Nat, you could have been living your life and doing something, but instead, like, living through other people, which is great in, you know, with like little moments here and there, but I don't know, I feel like it kind of distracts me too much sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah.
And then our third and final question, what is the best piece of advice you've ever been given? And Tash prefaces this every single time we ask it by being like,
so funny.
it's a really hard question, so you can say a life motto.
Every time I ask this question, they're like, oh, and then I put myself in their shoes. I'm like, what is the best piece of advice I've ever been given? Like, I don't know. So.
Okay, great. Best piece of advice. My friend showed up to Philip in college. I mean, you know how you get advice and you kind of put in your back pocket or you kind of brush it off? This piece of advice, it felt like it hit me in the face when he told it to me the first time. Mm-hmm. And he just kind of said, hey, Nat, don't be afraid to be great. And like, he said it in a joking way, but I just remember feeling like, wow, you know, there's a huge part of me that is afraid to kind of show up for myself confidently in the world because I'm so afraid sometimes about what other people might think or their judgments or, you know, just feeling like I could be shining too bright. And like, what does that mean? I don't want to take up that much space. Or, you know, the thoughts start to flood in. And then, and with that, it's like every achievement or every birthday suddenly started to be like, well, I'm not going to celebrate myself because I don't want to come across as like selfish. Like, who am I? And I started to like diminish my own achievements and not really celebrate them. And so that's like a thing that I'm constantly working on, but I keep on going back there of like, wow, no, like it's our job to be great. Like if we all showed up great, then imagine how amazing the world would be, you know? So yeah, don't be afraid to be great, you two.
I love it.
We were talking about that in our last live with Sarah, you know, just like how sad would it be if we all just listened to the negative things in our head and our fears? Nobody would ever create anything great. Mm-hmm. Nobody would ever accomplish their goals or create new it would be a sad world. So yeah, let's all not be afraid to be great.
Guys,
and especially coming from COVID, I mean, that should be the focus.
My motto right now, somebody told me this the other day, and I feel like this might be the best piece of advice I've ever been given. Fuck it. Fuck it. Like, fuck it.
Should we all say it on 3?
Fuck it. Should we all go get tattoos that just say fuck it?
Fuck it. Honestly, I needed to hear that so badly in that moment. It's hilarious because it's just like, fuck it. Like, fuck it. Whatever. We're all gonna die. Fuck it.
Yeah, it's true.
Truthfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, is there anything that you want the Instagram world to know about you that you have coming up, where we can find you? I know you have a bunch of like top secret-y things, but anything that people should be looking out for?
I think maybe like, you know, I put out a music video and go watch it. It's under Frankie Sharp. It's called Wait Is Over. And that's my first single that I released. And I worked with my producer, James Faulkner, and we're so excited about it. And there's more to come. So.
And it's amazing, and everybody needs to go watch it.
Yes.
Thank you. It's going to be the theme song for when COVID's over. The wait is over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks so much for coming on.
Huh? Someone's will you come back on the Flash? Cannot say, sorry.
Somebody's comment was the amount of times you said fuck it. I said it one more time. One more time.
Fuck it.
Okay, well, thanks, Natty.
Thanks so much.
Beautiful day, you guys. And say hi to all the girls for me.
I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
Love
you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Aww.
It's so funny in the way that the framing comes up on my phone.
Yeah.
You go down to like the bottom left corner and you have no face. It's just comments. It's just comments
really?
over the entirety of your face on my
hilarious.
screen. Okay. Now we are adding in Natasha's friend, Vivian. Would you like to introduce your friend, Vivian? Well, she's all of our friend.
Vivian is one of the most hardworking and kindest people I know. She started her own business, I think over 4 years ago. She started doing lashes in her home, and she has now built her business into a whole beauty bar, and she just recently opened a storefront called Skin, and I'm so proud of her. She's such a girl boss. I've known her since high school, and I think anybody who knows Viz just knows her kind-hearted nature and her just huge compassion for others, and I'm so proud of her, and I can't wait to talk to her and have her share her story of how she become so successful.
I have tried to request her in.
Wait, no. It's Lil right now.
Oh, it is Lil right now.
Oh no.
Oh, oops, wait.
Yeah,
it is. I messed it up, you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, it was originally going to be Lillian.
Do I have to do that intro? I'm going to do that intro word
for
word.
Vivian, and now it's Lillian. It's Lil. Lil and I also met on Miracle Season. She's the best. She has a top secret movie coming out shortly that I was about to mention. She was like, shh, secret, not to say. She was in Woo Assassins. She was in Cinderella Story. And
hilarious in Cinderella Story.
Oh yeah, and she's just like all around one of the most incredibly hilarious, wonderful people. So we are going to bring her in now. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, wow, Lillian's really on it. She's already requested to join. This is great.
I had a moment of hesitation. And then
I know, and you introduced Viv too. Hilarious.
I know, this is so...
Whoops.
I'll do it again.
Sorry guys, we're not fully with it this morning.
Greetings from Argentina.
This Instagram live room is a little tricky with the requests. You have to send it a lot of times.
Oh, weird. I feel like I'm actually getting to read the comments this time though, which is kind of fun.
I know.
Usually we're like too far away.
You want to pick out any questions while we wait?
Yeah, there's just a lot of like greetings from Brazil. I love you, Polly Cooper.
Okay, there you go.
There we go.
Hi.
I like requested for you to join like 7 times. I was like, what's happening?
7 times. And then it kept being like, no, not today. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess that's the way it goes. Hi, guys.
You're like, no, actually, it's today.
It's
so good.
I have a red time. Hi.
Hi. Have I seen you with like this amazing blonde hair?
Not in person. I guess like we've done like, but I normally have like up in a bun.
Right. Oh, it's so pretty. You're such a pretty blonde.
Thank you. I mean, Chris up in the loft is brilliant. He obviously.
You just went and saw him, right?
Maybe like a month ago. Yeah, recently.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
This is why it looks so fresh.
Yeah.
Aw,
How are you today?
Huh?
How are you today?
Oh, I'm good. I mean, the sun is out in Vancouver, so I feel like we can't really complain.
It's always a good day.
True. I know, it's really starting to feel like spring.
I know, and the cherry blossoms and like
The cherry blossoms are so beautiful.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? I just caught the end of your live with Natalie. It's so sweet. This is such a fun idea.
Yeah, no, we're good. This is exciting. We're trying out this whole thing, this like Instagram live room, I think came out like a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
and so
cool.
we kind of thought this would be a fun way to try and, see how we can get everybody in one space while all being safe and being at home. But we are so happy to have you on and to ask you these 3 questions that we've been asking all sorts of women for the last month. And we will just get started. The first one being, what women have inspired you in your life?
Oh my goodness. I feel like I have so many. Obviously, my family.
Everybody says that. Everybody's like, I have so many.
Which is amazing.
Like, so obviously my family, like I come from a very, like a long line of strong, resilient women, like my Nana and my mom and my Aunt Lise. Someone who's inspiring me current day, that's like very much in my day-to-day life, is my twin Hannah. She is someone who, obviously we've known each other as like a team for many years because we grew up side by side. And then after high school, we graduated and I went off to England and she went to Toronto. And now we're kind of getting to know each other as individuals. And I talked to her last night and I left that conversation. She's in school right now. So she's, as we all know, like career is, I think it's important to all of us. Like she's really working hard. She's really doing the thing in school, but she's also prioritizing herself, self-care, showing up as her best self every day. And then she's going as far as spreading the love. Like she'll have friends who are like, hey, I'd love for you to work on this thing. She's like, I would love to. You know who else would be great is this person. So anyway, she's incredible. And I just left that conversation going, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I have the same genetics as you. So Hannah's fabulous. Obviously I have a really strong, inspiring group of friends, the 2 of you, a bunch of people who aren't on this live that are just, I feel very privileged to surround myself with people who are showing up in an industry that can be really challenging if you let it be challenging, and it can be hard to show up fierce and strong. And when you're surrounded by women who are doing that and show you how to do that and encourage you to do that and be your best self, it's a warmer world. So I'm really grateful for you girls and the other girls in my life. Obviously it's a time of social media, so we also have access to like some really incredible, speeches and, like women that we don't know, Michelle Obama, RBG, rest in peace. Emma Watson, like her views on feminism and how it means equality. Ashley Graham, on her body positivity. Zendaya, period. Because I just think she's...
Yep.
Enough said.
Yeah. So, I mean, there are so many women. It's hard to mention them all, but I think we're in a really great time where women encouraging women and women empowering women, like it's really the focus right now, and it's kind of coming into how much stronger we can be together. And I'm really grateful to be in an industry in a time where that I'm benefiting from that. And thank you to the 2 of you for being a part of that.
Of course. And obviously, like, you're a part of that for us, which is why, we wanted you here and to hear, what these 3 questions mean to you, because it's been the past month has been so inspiring for us. I feel like I've learned so much from these women who are in so many different fields and doing different things in different periods in their life. And it's been so incredible. And like you said, like social media does allow us to have these conversations and these connections and like hear these other sides from people who have done so many amazing things. And
I think it's also really
Natasha.
I think it's also really inspiring in like a time of COVID when there's so much negativity and uncertainty around. it's
And separation.
And separation. It's comforting knowing that we're not alone. We're all in this together. And if we can just take a little piece of wisdom from everybody and from people we meet and people we can connect with online, I think it's a really powerful thing, and it can bring us all together, and you know, we can conquer this, and we'll all be okay.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It definitely it helps. These
Thanks. Okay, so next question is, what does self-care mean to you?
Ooh, obviously I'm a big fan of self-care. I think we all have different versions of it. I know for me personally, I'm a big bath girl, so I like a nice bath. A cup of tea with like some old tunes, like the, you know, whatever, some old artists, Eric Clapton. And meditation has been one that it's been around, like it's been in my life for a long time, but I've really implemented it during COVID, and that's been really helpful. Yoga. Something that I heard in an interview the other day that I thought was really helpful and doesn't get enough, it's such a large part of self-care that doesn't get talked about enough, which is the mindset going into self-care. And they talked about, I'm trying to remember where I heard this, but they were talking about, you know, basically if you're taking a bath and you're on your phone and you're making lists and you're going, okay, after this I have to do this and this and this, and I have to make sure to call this person, I have to make sure, okay, I only have 15 minutes, then it's, you know, pun intended, you're not soaking up the benefits that you could be soaking up. So I think it's important, I encourage everyone when we are doing those moments of self-care, whatever that looks like for you, going on a walk, like, I don't know, we all have our different ones. Whatever you're doing, that self-care, I really have been, it's easier said than done, but something that I've been working with is showing up with the mindset of fully allowing myself to care for myself. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where you don't allow the noise and the guilt. Like sometimes it's hard to, oh, I should be doing this and this is due tomorrow and I could be, you know, things like that. So I really value in the mindset of self-care, and when you're doing those self-care, to show up with permission.
Yeah, I think that's so important, because in this day and age, it's like with social media, we're so invested in other people's lives. Like we are more invested, I feel like, in other people's lives and what other people are doing, and you know what Instagram influencers and friends and famous, like we're so caught up in like a world of materialism and who's living the best life and who has the best this and the best this, and it's like, okay, wait, when do we get to like, you know, just focus on ourselves and like just be all alone with ourselves and not worry about anybody else? I think that's so super important and a really big part of self-care for me too.
Yeah, and giving ourselves permission to, like, it's, you don't have to feel bad for not responding to the text right away because you want to respond rather than react, you know, like like things like that have been really helpful.
And I think, like, we've talked about this before, like self-care has become such a like Instagrammable thing, like slap on a face mask, get in the bath, and you're doing self-care. But I think it goes like past that. Like, yes, do those things, but when you're doing those things, like do them for you. Like, you know, put the phone down, be present with yourself, allow yourself to actually feel relaxed and cared for, you know, by yourself. You know, don't just do the activity and your mind is somewhere else and you're distracted or you're still working, because you know, you're not allowing yourself to really be like cared for.
Yeah, and you know, we just talked about all the, like, there are tons of benefits of social media, but one of, you know, in this day and age, if you will, there is a lot of noise, and there's a lot of like all the different platforms, social media, like there's so many distractions if we allow ourselves to distract. But if we can take moments today to just check in with like what we need and where we're at, and then go from there, you know what I mean? Versus like, I heard the term recently called numbing, and someone was like, if you're watching Netflix because you need to laugh, and like, by all means, but if you're watching Netflix to avoid because you feel really uncomfortable or sad today, then, you know, it might actually be beneficial to call someone or, you know, or take a bath or whatever you need to do and give yourself that.
So true.
Yeah.
And then the last one is, what is the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
Yes. Oh gosh, there are so many though, huh?
It's true. Or like right now, something that you're like really sitting with and like living by. I did it for you, Tash. I prefaced it for you.
Or your life motto.
Yeah.
You know what? A piece of advice someone gave me that I kind of have been implementing and like finding the value in is there is no, like recently, is that there is no, the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. And I was talking about this the other day where, you know that thing of the love languages?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The different ways that we express love and we receive love. And I think if you look, like a really good way of looking at that is like, so for myself, one of my love languages is quality time. So I know an investment in myself is, I'm also introverted, but an investment in myself is to recharge and take time to myself and be okay with that. Other people, like if one of your love languages is gifts, then if you're gonna go buy this and splurging and going a little bit bigger because that'll make you really happy and because you deserve that, then do that. Like investments in your happiness and in the like excitement and crazy, something worth spending your time on. And then I think my motto, I think it would just be to have fun. Like I feel like it's really easy to take yourself seriously and take this thing we call life seriously. And I think the more we can laugh at ourselves and at like the situation, like I'm sure you guys all know I'm big on comedy. Sometimes inappropriately, like sometimes I laugh at times where it's like, no, this isn't that funny. But I find the comedy.
I'm like that too.
Oh God. But so yeah, I think have fun and be able to laugh at yourself is definitely a motto that
I love that.
Yeah.
So much.
Guys, but I know we're on like a time. Can I quickly ask like what your mottos are?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like mine kind of changes on like where I'm at in life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like something like within the industry that we live in is that like there are always going to be haters and people are always going to hate the things that you create. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you created something for people to hate in itself is really cool. So like don't be afraid of it. Like that's cool. Let them hate something that you made. You made something. Good for you. And then I feel like my other one is just like just be kind. Like, it'll make you feel better and it'll make other people feel better. So really just like be kind as you can. And Tash, is yours right now maybe just fuck it?
I don't want to say it. That whole time I was trying to think of something and the only thing that was just replaying in my head is fuck it. No,
well,
but
great.
But deeper, because I feel like a loser if I say that against you two, like feel it profound ladies. Just breathe it out, like let go. Don't overthink. I think I've kind of turned into a little bit of an overthinker during COVID. And so I'm really trying to shift my mindset and just like, don't worry, be happy. Like, I think that's so cheesy, but like literally don't worry, be happy, and everything will work out and everything happens for a reason too. So I think that's just kind of my more profound version of fuck it. Let's take a shot every time I say that, eh?
Yes, I like fuck it. There's a time and a place for a bucket, for sure.
Oh, for sure. Lillian, is there anything that that the people should be looking out for you, or anything coming up that you want to mention, or?
I mean, there is, of course, I can't mention details. There's a fun little comedy coming out on HBO Max soon. I can't really talk about it yet, but it'll be really fun. I'm trying to think of the things that I can say. No, I think be kind. I think spread love. Give someone a 6 feet away hug.
A virtual hug.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me on here. It was so lovely to see you guys. This is so the little windows are so fun.
I know, it's cute.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks so much. And hope you have a good rest of your day.
Thank you guys as well. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, but it is Wednesday.
Yeah. I love how we're never sure. Nobody ever.
Never know.
One of those things. All right, I'll see you guys soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, now it's Vivian, right?
Now
right?
it's Vivian. Be here.
Let me.
I wonder if she heard my other intro. Probably not. I think she was working. She'll be on from Skin.
Yeah, Skin bar, right? Oh, there. Wow, that was the
This is
fastest.
my first live.
Really?
Wow.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you
I got
so much for.
tea, and this is the one time you guys aren't drinking tea.
I know we
Oh,
really failed this morning, Tash.
We did,
Yeah.
but I'm so happy. I'm so happy you're drinking tea. You got the memo. You've got it together.
So you guys have water.
Yes, we have water. Ooh, yours is
Can you
flavor.
hear me okay? This is totally my first time doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can hear you totally
good.
fine.
Amazing.
Did you hear?
Thanks
So
for-
we accidentally flipped. I introduced you before Lillian, and I
got
Oh,
confused.
really? Oh, I missed it.
It was all my fault. Tash, take it
That's
away.
Basically, yeah. So Vivian, I've known you since high school. I've always admired your compassion for others, your drive. You started your own business like over 4 years ago now, I think. You were just doing lashes in your house, and you slowly built up your repertoire, and now you have your very own beauty bar storefront you just opened. It's in Port Moody. It's called Skin, and I'm so proud of you and everything that you've achieved and all of your accomplishments. And I just love you so much, and I really admire your ambitions and your drive, and yeah, you're a freaking girl boss.
Aw, thank you. I love you so much.
So we have been doing this little Instagram live series for the month of March, and we've been interviewing some really inspiring women, and we've been, at the end of each interview, we have 3 questions that we like to ask. And so today we're doing that with our girlfriends, and we're just kind of collecting, women who inspire us and their answers, and we're just kind of like putting together a little collection of everybody's little answers. So, Tiera, do you want to ask the first one?
Yes. The first one is, what women in your life have inspired you?
Honestly, I was thinking of this, and I know everyone said this. I can't pick one.
Yeah.
I just feel, even being in your 20s, like, it's such a fun time, and I feel you can be inspired by, like, everyone, like, all my girlfriends, all my family, because we're all just learning, and it's a fun time because everyone I feel in my life, they're chasing their dreams. They're, getting their dream careers. They're finishing schooling, finishing degrees, I feel blessed that I don't even have one person that I could even put at the front of the line. I just feel, they're all boss babes.
Yeah, I love it. And it's so inspiring having like a collection of people, like I kind of just mentioned, that, you can go to for, different realms of advice. You have a person for this, and a person for this, and a person you look up to for this. And yeah, that's really inspiring too.
Yeah, I know. It's fun to watch, everyone find their passion in life. And I just feel all of that inspires me,
Absolutely.
Totally.
So the second question we like to ask is, what does self-care mean to you? We can preface this by saying, like, it's self-care to you. Now I'm taking your lines, but self-care is kind of like a very Instagrammable thing these days, where it's like, face masks and like this, but like, I think everybody has their own definition. So looking within yourself, what does self-care mean to you?
Honestly, I love self-care. I love my alone time. That's my, like, self-care, is being a little bit more selfish and giving myself that alone time. Like, if I learned anything with the pandemic, I was forced to hang out with myself for a long time. And now I love it. And I think, whether that's just, I know as you guys too, like, exercise, that's huge self-care for me. Or even just, like, I like to feel cute, whether that's buy, like, a new outfit, or, I obviously work in the beauty industry too. So sometimes just got a microneedle in my face or something. Like, it's all, things for myself that make me feel better, and spending time with myself. And yeah, to me, that is my self-care.
Yeah, I love that. I always feel better after a spray tan from you, Viv. I walk out of there, I'm like, yes.
And all the problems done. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know, I think something that, like, a lot of people have learned during the pandemic is, like, it really forced us to like sit down with ourselves and slow down in a way that we never had before. And I think, yeah, like I feel like a lot of people have come out of this being like, I like spending time with myself. And I think that's really cool.
I do too. And that's like me too. Like I was, you know, it's work all the time. Or like even like hanging out with friends all the time. And then you're forced to do nothing by yourself, you know? And it's just like, whoa, I like me. I want to hang out with me.
Yeah.
So it's good. Like honestly, if anything's to come out of it, that's what like I just love going for a walk, hanging out with me.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
You know, my personal me.
It's so interesting because I always thought that I was such an introvert, which I am. I think so. Like I love just staying at home.
You are for sure.
Yeah, and just like being by myself. I don't really thrive like going out and like being around a bunch of people. Like I don't really thrive. I feel like I get very overstimulated, and then like I don't think my best self comes out. But then it's super interesting because like when you're forced to stay alone and or stay home and you're forced to be alone and all by yourself, I had like a weird realization during COVID where I kind of struggled with like some depression and some anxiety. And I think I know I'm not alone. Obviously, like in you know, the time where this world is kind of crazy and everything, there's so many uncertainties. It was a weird realization where I was like, during times of not COVID, I would always want to go out and like my friends would invite me out or parties, whatever. And I'd always like want to choose to stay home. And then as soon as you're forced to stay home, it's like, oh, I want to go out. And it's super interesting. And like, it's like it was a weird thing. But once I kind of settled with that, I was like, okay, no, yeah, I like me time. I'm going to do what makes me happy. We're going to not focus on the world and other things right now.
It makes you appreciate too, like, you know, spending time with yourself and then going out and seeing friends again and stuff. It makes you appreciate like everything about your friends instead of go all the time. You can sit back.
So true.
Yeah,
that's a really good point.
Appreciate it more.
I think it's like helped us like prioritize what makes us feel good. Like, you know, I think we were all in such a mindset of like, never slow down, go, don't miss an opportunity. Like if you stay home, you're gonna like have FOMO and regret it. And now it kind of took us some time to realize like, no, it's okay to be like, I actually really do want to go out today, but you know what, tomorrow I feel like it'll be best for me to stay home, and that's okay. Like I'm not gonna feel guilty about that or have FOMO for not going out. Like that's me prioritizing what's best for me.
Yeah, I also think I found like comfort or like the guilt kind of separated from saying no. Like I always felt really bad for saying no to people or canceling plans or whatever, but when I really did some work on myself and I realized that I would like get stressed out or overwhelmed or anxious when I made too many plans and didn't have any alone time, like taking the guilt away from saying no and like saying no for yourself is totally okay. And that's like, I think, you know, a big realization that I've also had is like, that is okay if that's what you need to do for your own mental health. Like,
and it makes you a better
and your friends
friend.
will understand, right? Like
but it makes you a better friend because you have a better mindset. Like that's what I've learned. Like I'm better and able to show up better when I make time for myself and when I have, you know, some time to like just sit and chill and like be with myself. I'm able to show up for the people that I love way better.
Yeah, and your friends will understand. Like I think we're all kind of navigating this weird world right now. So.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah. Last question.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given, or your life motto, or something that you're?
We're switching roles here.
I'll give a couple. I feel like best advice I've been given would probably be someone's success, whether that's personal or business, never takes anything away from your own. So it makes you sit back and like, you know, you can be happy for someone else's success. And I think a lot of people in this world, you know, there's a lot of jealousy, and even Instagram, you know, if someone looks good, it's like, hell yeah, you go girl, instead of, you know, it doesn't make me any less beautiful when someone else is. And same with business and this whole industry. So I would say that's kind of something that's always in my head. And for a little life motto, I'd say work hard, but have fun doing it.
I love it.
Love that.
right?
I love it so much. That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's, I really like what you said about somebody else's successes and take away from your own. And I think, like you said, like that can, you know, go hand in hand with comparison. I think comparison is so prevalent in a really negative way in today's world of, you know, Instagram and like you mentioned with that. But yeah, like taking a step back and being like, she can be beautiful, but that doesn't take away from my, you know.
Yeah.
We all have like our unique
Supporting each
place
other.
in this
Yeah.
world and our uniqueness to bring to it. And so, you know, why let someone else's, you know, world and their uniqueness feel like it has to take away from ours and like dim
Yeah.
our, why can't we like all shine together and like let each other's light build each other up?
And
So
celebrate.
weird as a metaphor.
And but
Yeah.
also celebrate, like deeply celebrate each other's each individual's differences, because like how freaking boring would it be if we were literally all the same person? Like we have to celebrate how we are all different people, right?
Yeah, I agree. And you know, that goes for kind of like everything in life. And that's why the same thing with Instagram, it can be a toxic place for people now. But if you kind of like step back and appreciate others' success or beauty, and you know, when you're thinking of all of that or seeing that, it's not, you know, your life doesn't change. You
Yeah.
can just be inspired by other, you know, females especially, and just like babes support babes, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Well, you have a salon? Can you tell us a little bit about it and where people can find it and give it a little shout out so that
I'd love to. So my business partner Melissa's in the other room working away. I'm just taking a little work break. But yeah, we're located in Port Moody, BC. Skin Beauty Bar. Kind of do all things beauty. Her and I, we've been in the beauty industry, like Natasha said, for probably 4 years now, and just kind of growing. And it's fun for us, you know, to work together and make other females feel beautiful inside and out as well. So all things skin, all things beauty.
Yeah.
that's so
And
awesome.
seriously, the most beautiful salon and like the most beautiful people working inside. Like you guys, I love you so much. You do the best lashes and tans and teeth whitening and facials and like literally, you guys, you name it, they do it, and they're the best. And yeah.
Thanks. That means a lot.
Of course. Thank you so much for taking a little break and chatting with us.
Thanks
Yeah, this was so fun.
My first live ever.
You were amazing.
Killed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Natural.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day.
I'm not sure how I do this. Let's see. You have to kick me out of here?
No, I think
push the
you
X.
have.
X.
There should be a little
got it.
X in the corner. Yeah.
Mwah. Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh.
All right. Now we have Colleen, which is my oldest friend from high school. We have known each other since I think like, oh, there she is.
Hi.
We I was just introducing you.
Am I here?
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, is it working?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're here. You're good.
Colleen and I have known each other since we were little, since like grade 4?
Yeah. Grade 4.
Since grade 4. Since when we were like really cool and wearing black eyeliner all around our eyes and thought it looked good.
I know. I think it started with the slick ponies, but yeah.
Yeah, it did. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Slick ponies that
Colleen
weren't actually slick.
No, I was always really bad at doing hair. Colleen was always like my hair and makeup guru. She'd be like, "Why are you doing that?"
I mean, I tried. But now that I look back at it, I'm like, I had no idea what the heck I was doing. But I've learned, hopefully, over the years.
I mean, you went to makeup school and you're doing hair now, so you've definitely learned.
Yeah, hopefully.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good.
We're good.
Good. Look at you guys.
This has been so fun having all of our friends on. It feels like it kind of feels like oddly like a FaceTime, but then I remember that there's people here.
Yeah. It's pretty uplifting too. It's definitely like invigorating, like talking to all you guys.
Yeah.
I only saw snippets so far because I was like, I don't want to like hear everyone's answers and then be like repeating them. Like
Totally fair.
knowing that I'm repeating them, like I'll probably still repeat stuff, but
well, let's get to it. What women in your life have inspired you?
So I've thought about this question, and just like I've heard a few other people say, many other women have inspired me. But I was thinking I'll just kind of tell you like maybe more like characteristics of a type of woman that inspires me. So definitely, and I don't think there's one person, like there's not one human that's like, oh, you have it all, like you inspire me. I think we learn little things from everybody. So the biggest things are like someone who's confident and who knows who they are and like are really true to themselves and are able to like teach that to other people and show them how to do that, because I think that's been really hard for me to do. And yeah, I feel like a lot of people have inspired me lately to just be like, just be you, and they're gonna help me through it and help me figure it out and not compete and be like, oh well, I have it figured out, so I'm just gonna go hang out with people only who also have it figured out, you know? So
Yeah.
I think people like that that are just like true to themselves, confident, aren't judging, and are there to kind of help you.
Yeah.
Totally.
I love
that. I feel like sorry, Tash, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I feel like I've been having this conversation like with so many people. I feel like we're at this stage in our lives where we're really coming into our own, and we're like really having the like hard conversations about like, who are we? What do I want? What do I stand for? And I feel like it's been so interesting to see, like, especially like, you know, you and I, like we've known each other since we were children, and we've watched each other go through every stage of life together. And, you know, like new people coming in and out of our lives and new careers and school and navigating all sorts of different things. And I just think it's so cool to like see someone grow into like such a full form, but also like support each other in the like the failures, the like